When I was at one of my former churches, you know how well, we've all had those static electricity moments, when you touch something metal and you get a shock. Well, I always heard that if you hold hands with a group of people and one person touches something, that everyone in the line can feel the shock. So I was just curious about that one Sunday. I was in the church we were at and had a register along the wall, and the register was about 3 feet off the wall. And it was winter, of course, and so I had a couple of our youth there close by, and I told them that. I said, I heard that if you hold hands and someone touches a register or something metal, and if you get shocked, everybody that's holding hands can feel that shock. And they said, really? I said, yeah, so I've heard. They said, let's do it. Let's try it. I said, now, you sure you want to do that? And I said, I don't want to do anything that you don't want to do. I said, no, these kids are pretty excited about it. So first we started there about maybe 3 or 4 of us. So, rubbed our shoes on the carpet and held hands and rubbed it, and I touched that thing. And the shock was there, and it was interesting. All those kids at the same time, just like, all at the same time. They all felt the shock. Well, I didn't realize what I had done. I really created a monster. Because what happened is that what happened after that is I would have groups of kids coming up on Sunday morning and says, hey, Reverend Dave, let's go to the register and get shocked. I said, oh man, I don't know if your parents are going to like us doing that or not. And they said, that's okay, let's do it. And I have strings of kids. I have a dozen kids holding hands and hit the old thing, and they don't just jump at the same time. And the kids loved it. They just loved it. And I thought, oh my, it was fun. We had a good time doing it. And they showed up every Sunday to get their shock treatment. I don't know how else to describe it. But I learned a few things. Then I learned that electricity really travels at a fast rate. Right, Dan? It travels at a fast rate. What's that? The speed of light. That's fast. That's fast. So we all jumped at the same time. I also found out that for some reason kids like to get shocked, which couldn't figure that one out, but I noticed that. But I also thought, wouldn't it be cool if everybody in the church could just get excited and jump at the same time? Get excited and jump at the same time. I think we're headed for that. I really do. I'm sensing a lot of enthusiasm. I'm sensing excitement. I'm sensing some direction and some purpose, who we are as a church and who we are as God's people. And I think this is really a real God thing that we're going through. I've said that before. It is. It's an exciting time for us. I think there's electricity in the church, and I think that the gospel writers talked about it at times, and Paul wrote about it at different times. And when we think about the church, and the excitement and what we generate in the church, I think sometimes we have to understand what the church is all about. What the church is about and what really makes the church a church. For one thing, we have to understand that we're God's stewards. We don't own this church. The church isn't ours. The church belongs to God. It belongs to God. We're stewards. We tend it. We take care of it. In other words, we're called to tend the family business. We're called to tend the family business. Now, what are some of the elements of that business that are important? Well, the bottom line is, when you think about it, the very first and foremost thing is this business doesn't begin unless there's a relationship. And it begins with that relationship that we develop with God through Jesus Christ. That's the first step in that business, the business that we're in with God. We begin with that relationship with God through Jesus Christ. We're not in the business necessarily of building new buildings. That's great to have places for buildings. But yet that's not where the church really began. Jesus didn't have a church building. Sure, he went to synagogue, but you look at his ministry. It's out on the streets. It's out where people are. It's out touching lives and making a difference. That's how the church built. The church met in homes. The early church met in homes. It wasn't until much later that they started the building program. But that's where it started. John Wesley. John Wesley didn't build his church inside of a building. In fact, they threw him out of the building. The Church of England said, you can't preach here because this stuff you're talking about social activity and helping the poor and the needy and doing this and that, we're not doing that. You can't preach here in the building anymore. So what did he do? He took his church out the doors. And he took it to the hillsides. He took it to the streets. He took it to the coal mines. He took it to the taverns. That's where he built the church. And he built it beginning with that relationship that he had with God through Jesus Christ. That was the foundation. That was the foundation of the church, not bricks and mortar. That's the foundation of the church. And we have to understand that really stems out of God's love for us. Because when we're going to be in a relationship, we're not too keen on a relationship with somebody that doesn't love us. But that's not so with God. He's got tremendous love for us. And sometimes we pause and we really need to understand what that love looks like. It's like if my children were to come in sometimes and say, I've been away for a while. And then my children run up to me and say, we love you, Dad. We missed you. We're so excited that you're back home now with us. We've been talking together and we decided that we're going to do anything you want us to do. From now on, you tell us a command or an issue, anything, and then we'll do it without question. We'll do it and we'll obey. We just want to please you. Now, how would we respond as a parent? How would we respond as a parent? We could respond if they said that. We could just simply say, we could take them by the shoulders. We could look them in the eye and say, this is just what I've been waiting for. Just what I've been waiting for. Now I'm going to make you regret that decision for as long as you live. I'm going to take all the fun out of your lives. I'm going to make you miserable as long as you live, as best I can. And sometimes I get the impression that's how we see God. But yet it's not. It's not. What God says is, I love you. I love you. And as a parent, what I would say to my children is, I love you kids too. And I want to justify that faith in me. I want to be a better father. I want to do everything I can to help your lives find fullness and meaning. I want you to grow. I want you to experience the fullness of life itself in any way that I can make that possible. That's how God's love responds to us. That's what God's love and presence says to us and to our lives. And He loves us. He loves us more dearly than we can ever imagine.